How you doing, sir?
Pretty good, how are you?
Not bad. We had a call from security that they've asked you to leave the property and you're not doing so.
Not a public sidewalk?
With the public sidewalk, because you're on the property. So,
Well, I mean, go ahead and show me proof and I'll get out of here.
sure, take your hands out of your pocket. Okay.
So what's going on
What's in
tonight?
your pocket.
I know, that's why I rolled up my sleeves and kept my hands out of my pockets. I almost went for my back, so I was going to put this away. But
So, okay. So you are correct in that the sidewalk, to an extent, is public property.
to an extent.
There,
Okay,
there is an area.
so I will stay off their property if I was on the property.
Okay.
But I might have been confused on the sidewalk.
Is there a reason that you didn't want to leave when they asked you to leave?
Because I believe I was on the sidewalk,
Okay.
a public area.
So, do you have somewhere to stay, or you're outside right now?
I'm outside right now.
Okay. Are you staying in a shelter or anything?
No.
No. Okay. Do you not like shelters, or just?
I've never tried it. I haven't been. I've been living in the car for the last 6 years, working security. And well, somebody crashed my car insurance, refused to pay for it, let me 20 grand in debt. So, and the bank's was trying to come after me for it. I was quitting my job. I was going to quit last week, at the beginning of last week. They begged me for another week, and they gave me a place to stay last weekend. So, this last weekend, they got the check to me. So now I don't have to quit. So I didn't quit, and I talked to my boss and my boss's boss, and I told them everything. So they decided that they're going to move me down here for the permanent remainder. Usually I just stay off site, but that's been not so public. So now I kind of have no other choice.
What's your plan? Where are you going to go now?
I'm going to work in an hour
Okay.
across the street.
Across the street at which building?
Yankee 33.
Um,
Yankee 33.
I prefer them not to know. So
Thanks for showing code 6 that call back from Pennsylvania, please.
across the south
Cliff, I
street.
believe.
South Street?
Yes.
Do you have your ID on you by chance?
Yes. It's in this pocket.
Okay.
You're welcome to grab it.
No, just make sure it's not looking at you. I'll let you grab it. Where is it?
It's in. Oh, sorry, my pants pocket.
Pocket. It's in the wallet.
Yes.
I'll let you get it out there.
Thank you.
All right. I'm good. Thanks, sir.
No problem.
How's work these days?
It's going great now that they know my situation. They decided to give me a whole lot more hours.
Good. Were you part-time before?
No, I was full-time. I usually keep 2 jobs. Coronavirus took one of my jobs away. Then my car crashed. They didn't want to pay for it for 7 months. For 7 months, I've been calling everybody. So I've just been screwed, you know.
That sucks.
Kind of, I mean, I've been homeless for 6 years. I kind of found out the way to truly live your life happily without... I mean, the one thing I always get problems with, whether I have a place to stay or not, is where I sleep. So
Right.
I'm kind of just over it. But it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, temperatures are going to be dropping here. We got a storm coming in, so do you have a place to stay?
I'm creating a business, and I believe life is somewhat like a video game. I had a great example of that the other day, but life is kind of like a video game. The more special attributes you can give yourself, the better that you can play that game. So if you could make it so that you get used to negative weather and just live in it, you could work in it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I just meant for sleeping and stuff.
I mean, sleeping is work. I mean, every time is money. So the way you spend your time outside of work is your money. And if I don't pay for a place while I'm outside of work, I'm making money.
Yeah. I was worried about, like, frostbite and stuff.
Not worried about it. I used to work in negative weather in construction. Bashing my hands with hammers. If my fingers don't fall off then, they won't in the weather. Especially when I can stay warm. Back in construction, you don't get the chance to stay warm. You're working whether there's heat or not.
Right. What kind of construction work you do?
I did do concrete.
Oh.
I went to a plant, one place every day of the year. I had to be there at 5, no later than 5 every day. I was wondering if they were actually going to call you guys. I asked them, what's the definition of trespassing? And they couldn't answer. I was like, come on, guys. Pulled out my uniform to show them, like, oh, that's from a thrift store. I'm plausible, but
Yeah. Did you work in a concrete plant?
I did. Yeah. Basically, we take out the forms that we made the day before, look at the prints, find out what forms we needed to do that day, and then work together as a well, supposed to work together the whole to get it done. We were back then divided into 4 or 5, depending, 6 maybe, depending on what you consider a area of the plant to work in. One side would do the rebar, bending, the measurements, and the setup. Another would do what was called dry cast, which is a different type of concrete forming. And then the middle was just forms. They were working on basically the same forms every day, and just set them up again. Basic, easily forms, but I mean, they were all hard work, and I didn't know anything about that. The one I worked in was West Casting. My dad worked there for multiple years. When I came in, I took his spot there. His manager is the stereotypical Hispanic from Mexico. You know, come over to take our job and not do the job at all. There's two different, both stereotypes of Hispanics coming over from Mexico to take our jobs were there. We had the hard workers that lived their lives to work there, had multiple houses and just worked there because they wanted to. And we had the one that I worked under, which was, yeah, you do all the work for me, I'll just press buttons.
Man,
Oh man,
frustrating.
it was.
All right,
You want to sign?
Yeah, no, if you didn't sign.
all right. I'll hang on with my partner 1 sec, okay?
I'm sorry. No problem.
Hey guys. So, you guys want to sign for trespassing on him? Where was he when?
Up against the wall, and you see where the door's at over there? No, it's like a little cut. And he was right there. We told him to get up away from the door, stuff like that.
He refused.
Started to see. We asked him multiple times to walk away.
Oh, okay.
He was in there.
He
It wasn't long wires?
It was like in the ball in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me grab some info from you. If I can find my notepad, I put somewhere. Sure. If you wouldn't mind sending that to me. It's gonna be 720. No worries. Let me grab a notepad real quick. I need to write something down. What's my notepad? There it is. Okay. And who's going to be the party, the complainant making the...
I'll do it. You get the report. I'll do this.
Okay. What's your first name, please?
Here we go. R-O-G.
R-O-G.
E-L-I-O.
E-L-I-O. And last name?
Reyes. R-E-Y-E-S.
R, sorry?
E-Y-E-S.
And birthday?
11/11/93.
Do you have a Colorado ID?
No. Yes. Everything's at home.
No, that's okay. But you have one out of Colorado?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. And what's a good phone number for you?
720-840-1318. Yes, I have an ID.
No, that's okay.
What's your phone number?
720
I have that.
618 1858.
Yeah, he said he's going to keep coming back here every night to harass us and bother us. And
No,
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I don't blame you guys for writing him.
And he was like, I work security. Well, if you work security,
You know, Dero, fuck
get
off.
up.
That's it?
Yep.
There's-
Thank you, sir.
I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or buts.
Got it.
Get up and leave. Then.
Yep.
You know the
Thank you.
procedure.
You're welcome.
You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. We'll write him a ticket, and if he comes back, call us back, and we'll keep writing him.
Can we get a name for him?
Yeah.
That way, any of our other officers.
Sure.
So are you guys staying busy with coronavirus and everything?
Do you want me to
Yeah,
text that to you?
can send
Yeah,
it
if
to
you want
me.
to
Yeah.
send it back to me.
Yeah, it's picking up. Everything's trying to get back to normal, so that means criminals are back to normal.
This whole coronavirus thing sucks, man.
Yeah.
See how today goes.
Oh,
Tuesday.
man.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's much to do about nothing.
All
So,
Right.
all right. Well, I'm gonna write this guy a ticket. All right. No worries.